Okay, so what we're going to do at Locky's level is we'll ask him questions. What do I do when this happens? How do I counter this? And I said to him the other day, well, the things you're asking, there's no answer to unless I feel it once we do it, because they're not basic things. They're not like how do you block a punch, how do you block a palm, how do you block a lap Sao. They're all about when we get caught up in positions, because we do our Chi Sao very freestyle and do it all live. We don't just do drills. Like you see a lot of Chi Sao demonstrations, and they're just people doing fast drills. It looks good, but they're not dealing with the obstruction of the person reacting, right? So everything we do is live. So often when we do Chi Sao, it looks like I'm striking a lot, but what I'm doing is I'm feeding him techniques to deal with. If he does it incorrectly, I'll keep hitting until he works out something to do. Sometimes I'll wait and then he'll think about it. If he waits too long, I'll carry on. If he sees it, I'll counter what he does next. So I'm always trying to make him think faster and think quicker on his feet. So that's the way you train a lot of your live training. And then when you want to analyse a bit more of a recurring mistake, the best thing to do is say just stop for a second and ask what do we do from here. Often it's just put your hand here, sink your weight here, but unless you program that in, you never really get it. You keep missing it, right? So there's a few things. One of the things we were talking about the other day was a lot of times I get like an inside land-side control, and I get control of Locky's arm, and I'm striking him from here, and he's asking what does he do about this. So what we'll do is we're going to do normal Chi Sao, and whenever Locky feels like he's frustrated or stuck or not sure, he's going to tell me to stop, and then we'll work out what he could do or couldn't do from that position, and what I would do. And that way you're starting to program in some extra skills to what you're doing. And then you go back to normal training, normal sparring, normal Chi Sao, get it right, get it wrong, and work it out, and then think about it after. There's many ways to learn. This is just another way to learn, okay? Yeah, so I just want to get it. So here I've got control of his wrist, and I've got the centre line control. So his options are, he can grab my hand when it comes in, but often what I'll do is, as he grabs my hand, I'll change my timing, so his hand goes to grab me, and then just do it in real time, like go to grab, and I pull my hand back and still striking. So sometimes you go to grab something, it's not there, so it's very important. You don't try to grab things in the air, you can occupy the control or position, so my hand has to come inside or outside, and then, once my hand's here, now you can do a lap Sao because my arm is tangible, it's there. But once your hand is waiting for me and you're trying to grab in the air, often I just change the timing, so my hand will change speed and I'll come inside, outside, or I'll slow down and speed up, or speed up and slow down. So it's always good to make a bridge, right? So whenever you have lost a bridge control, this bridge is dead in the moment because I've got good control of this bridge. He has to make a new bridge here to have defense, right? The secondary thing you can do, once you get this hand here, is turn to a tan to spread me, then you have a Quan Sao. Then the other bridge can now attack my lower bridge. So you can attack this upper bridge and the lower bridge with the Quan Sao, right? Because the Bong Sao is already there. At the moment he has a land position, so he wants to pull me this way. I'm pulling this way, we're equal. We've both got like a lap Sao with a land Sao control, because we can both use our hips, right? But now, once he has my hand here, he can offset my hand, and then he can use a Bong Sao to change the position, and then he can offset me. Now he's in a dominant position, and you can palm strike, okay? So it looks like I'm striking a lot, but often I'm slowing down to give him time to think a little bit, and maybe he's too late, or maybe he's not in time, or maybe he is in time, maybe he misses what I gave him, but these are times for you to start to think about adjustments, right? This is what people don't really see we're doing, they just think I'm just beating him up, but I'm not. Take advantage of him as I can. It's that same position, right? But the other side. So now his hand's on the outside, right? So he doesn't have the Quan Sao, because I'm not going to strike on this side, I'm on the inside. If he Pak Saos my hand, then I'll let go of this hand and strike with this one, right? So inside Pak Sao, you have to be careful with, because you open up another line of attack, right? But what you can do is Pak Sao backwards like you do in the dummy, yeah, to your chest. So you just Pak Sao like this, and then you chop straight away, the same hand. Because if I do then go with this hand, and you chop, this chops then picks up this hand, now you can go back to the other side, right? Right, so that position, the inside gate's open, he does the inside pack, chops me, right, so he might win that. Or if I throw my hand at the same time, he gets a defense, right? And the defense now is back into Chi Sao. So you go back to that same position before, right? That was just fast. See there, you had the lap side position, but you try to step round me. So your step is slower than my hip. You step, bang, right?
Yeah.
So you have to combine the twist of your hip as you step to take my hand away from you. You're stepping too quickly, right?
Yeah.
That one again. Step again, right?
Yeah.
That's why we don't step on a lot at the start. The idea is prove your stance, make sure your stance is in control of your centre. Then once you get their balance, then you can step, right? Because they can't move. Or he comes towards me, I take his balance, then I can step and take control of his leg. If I step too early, he can follow my centre, right? So people say, oh, Alan doesn't step a lot, because mostly it's hard to affect my centre of gravity, so I don't need to step so much. I do step, but I don't always show it.
So when you come like over the top,
Here,
yeah, and you beat my elbow.
I beat the elbow, so this is finished, right?
Yeah.
So this hand should have been up quicker,
Yeah.
right? And now you can shrug. Again, it's another Chi Sao type position. The low bong Sao, you just shrug it, and then the palm is open again.
Yeah.
Right? So you're just not getting your hand up in time for a second defense, right?
Okay.
If I feed it to you, see, that's why sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do Chi Sao. You see him block something, I did it slow so he can block it, and then I'll try and see if he blocks the second one. Sometimes I do it fast so he doesn't get it, and then I'll try and block it and go again. So I'm just improving my skill levels while he's improving his. So we're both training different things sometimes at the same time as well.
On there.
So this one, I'm not just going straight, so he jumps out, see? I'm going out, in, right? So I'm using the fang side to arc out, which makes it much harder. So when I arc out, you need to feel that and sink it out first, then down, then in. If you try to go in while I'm pushing you out, it just pries you open, right? So when you try to come out, I follow you out, then I pull you down. So now you go in, now I can sink. If I sink too early, I'm underneath I'm above your elbow, you just drive underneath me. Right?
Oh, okay.
So you're there to spread open, right? So
Yeah.
make sure when you spread open, you pull that back in, because they're just going to stop me from getting the inside packs out, right? Step too early again. So look, here, right, hand up, now pull me a little bit, elbow down. That's it. Once you get me moving, now you step. Step. Now you're out, see?
Yeah.
Right? That was better, see? You pushed me out that time, right?
Yeah.
Before you stepped, right? And then you get a position. Good, well done.
Thank you.
Awesome.